I've got 20 seconds to go.
So, everyone, welcome to today and welcome to this evening. It is actually a very important evening for us. This evening we will release our team liveries. We will talk a little about the future of the Turn 1. My name is Oskar. We have Kirk on the other side. Say hello to Kirk.
Hello, hello.
Perfect. I think everyone can hear you. That's very good. I hope it's no echo or anything. Everything seems to be working quite well. I hope so. If it isn't, then just tell us in the chat. We will try to fix it directly. So, yeah, Kirk, this day we have been waiting on for quite a long time.
Yeah, for sure. Particularly in admin, it's been. I think it's since the turn of 22. It's been non-stop for us in behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We have had some exciting time. We have been working on actually our good community and making it as good as possible for everyone. And yeah, I think in the end, our big community is actually benefiting from our work, and I think everyone is happy with our work. I have to say it that way. Our management are working non-stop, you can say it that way. And yeah, what should I say? Are you looking forward for this evening as much as I do?
Oh, you know it. I mean, ever since this all came into being, like it's been so exciting. I mean, it's been quite stressful and busy, but I think finally it's going to pay off. And as you said, it's going to be great for turn one going forward in the future for sure.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see deliveries in a full scale. I heard that we maybe have also some cool made videos and things like this. But of course, this we will come back to later. First of all, I think we should say hello to a special friend of us, AJ. Or Kirk, sorry. Of course, now I said it. I blown it. I think it's time to have the talk
Well,
with
yeah.
AJ.
Well, that was an introduction and a half. Hi, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. And thank you, Oscar and Kirk, for broadcasting this. Well done, guys.
Thank you, thank you. It have been what should I say? It have been some small time. You can say we have done everything we can to make this possible. I have to thank Kirk, of course, to helping me now the last hours. Also to some of our drivers, for example, Truls and this thing, who have helped me setting up this. And yeah, what are we doing here today, AJ? We have talked about it a little earlier, me and Kirk, but it's some other important stuff that we have to talk about too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to talk about some of the things we have going on, and some of the things we have in the past. And I understand that you guys have some interview questions for me, and you're putting me on the spot. I've had a busy day in the office, and come straight into this. So you guys give me your best shot, and I will try to respond and give you guys the right answers.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. So, Kirk, you wanna take the lead?
Sure, I don't mind. I mean, hey, swap one office for another, hey? But this one you
Yes,
don't
sir.
get paid for. All right, okay. So, from your involvement in the team of Turn One over the last 12 months, what would you say that you were most proud of one of our achievements, for example? And do you have any special moments or any highlights of where we've just come from up to this point?
Yeah, it's a good question. You know, what am I most proud of? Look, I'm proud that in such a short space of time, we've built an incredible team that's now competing at a high level. We're becoming a recognized name and brand. But this wouldn't be possible without our amazing drivers that we have and the management team that's helping me to take Turn One forward. Yeah, I'm super proud of that. Highlights wise, wow, well, there's been a lot. There's been a lot in 2021. You know, I think sim racing has really picked up in the last couple of years with the global pandemic, and you know, we in Turn1 we saw it as an opportunity, and we've realised that opportunity. And if I want to talk about some of our achievements, we entered the Racing Club International World Tour with 4 teams, and we had 3 teams on the championship podium. Our pro team winning their split, our silver teams winning their split as well, and one of the silver teams coming second. So that was amazing. And the main highlight of that world tour was that 24 hours of pain in the rain at Kyalami, with the pro team winning and Pro 2 coming P5, and the Pro Am team winning their split as well. And that was testament to all of the planning that we did, and all the preparation that we did, and practice that we did together. And then we backed that up with a P1 and P2 in the 12 hours of Monza, and again, that was all down to planning, preparation, and delivering on the day. We also had quite a few podiums throughout the time, and our female team, they got P1 and P3 in the RCI Racing Club International Diamond Drive Silver Championship. They didn't, they delivered, but what was really good to see was our pro drivers, our male drivers, supporting them, coaching them, spotting for them, engineering for them, working on them with setups, practicing with them, and helping them to deliver. And I think that wasn't all that they did. They also entered into the more female races, and were getting podiums in that as well. And the field in those championships, they're stacked, and I'm really excited to see that female team developing going forward. You also had our Pro 100 car on the podium in the SimGrid Endurance Championship, to gain automatic promotion into Split 1 and maintain that place, as well. So by default, they're getting into that split now. And then at the end of 2021, all of that good work was backed up in another 24-hour race. Following on from the success of 24 hours of Kyalami, there was double victory in the 24 hours of Silverstone in a charity event with our pro and silver team, and that was fantastic. Now, I could call out individual names, but I'm just going to call out that I just to talk about the teams rather than individual names, and that's tactical, because if I forget anybody, I don't want anybody coming back and having a go at me. So I'm just not going to mention any name. Just fantastic effort from absolutely everyone throughout 2021. And yeah, going back to what I'm proud of, I'm absolutely proud of everyone's achievement, and the fact that we have built that team in such a short space of time to be as successful as we currently are.
Absolutely.
I think we put you quite on the spot there with a quite complicated question in the start of this nice little live stream what we have today. I have a small question for you, AJ. That's maybe even more complicated.
Go on.
You are, yeah, we are all trying to look a little in the future for our drivers and our community, of course. What are you most looking forward or is excited about in the future? And what is your main points where you want us to come to?
Wow, you guys are really asking some tough questions, aren't you? What am I most looking forward to for the future? Okay, look, this year has kicked off fantastically. Every week we've been getting multiple podiums from our drivers in different championships, and you just need to take a look at our social media just to see what's going on. It's hard to keep up. Just look at last week. We had 10 podiums. And it's not the same drivers over and over again. It's different drivers. So clearly success is catching as these podiums are spread amongst the team. And ultimately this has helped us to recruit some amazing new drivers and streamers. And I'm really excited to see what we can achieve together with them, especially with our more established drivers. The drivers that we had in our current roster really upping their game, to compete. And that's supported by The new drivers, helping them out, with setups, with driving together. Everyone is just lifting their game, and it's a really exciting future. You know, the second part of that question, what are our plans going forward? Obviously I can't reveal too much, but naturally, we want to compete at the highest level, but we need drivers to take us there, and that's when I say we need drivers to take us there, that's from our existing roster. That's from could be from recruiting more drivers to bolster the esports team, because you know um, we want to kill, to compete at that highest level. Is all fair and well saying that, but delivering on it is the challenge. So we want to make sure we've got the roster to do that. And I want to rest assured for everyone in turn one, it isn't our philosophy to just go out and bring in the best of the best and forget the rest. That's not how we roll. That's not how we operate. We want to make sure that we're developing everyone inside Turn One to help us, move forward. But our focus, over the past year has been in endurance racing. We're going to continue to focus on endurance racing. We want to compete with multiple teams in premium championships like the SimGrid World Cup and in SRO endurance championships. That doesn't mean, though, that we're not interested in solo championships. Far from it. You want to be competing in premium SRO events there too, and we want to support our drivers, in those championships. So it isn't just about endurance racing for us, or team racing. It's also for solo racing. But yeah, I do confess that we get most enjoyment out of team and endurance racing. I'm also really excited about what we have going on with our female team. We've set up a Valkyries program, but I'm not going to talk much about that. I'm really excited to see what happens there. And we have Selene, who's going to be talking a little bit about that as well. What else do we have in the future? Well, we've got the 24 hours of Daytona this weekend, and for the first time, we've got formal teams from Turn One entering into iRacing. Much to my disgust. No, I joke. It's something that we've thought about for a while. And this was an opportunity to venture into that. Some of our newest drivers are recognised for iRacing, and we want to leverage that, their skills and their ability and their knowledge of iRacing, and help us to shape an iRacing team going forward, and help us to compete in more of these special events. We do have a lot more exciting things on the horizon. I can't reveal much now, but we will be revealing some soon. Hashtag NDA and all. But there are some exciting things that are going to be happening, and you will all see that things are the things that we've been doing have all been about building the Turn One team and the Turn One brand. And one of the things we need to make sure we're doing is being consistent in our approach to how we're doing things at RCI, whether that's through social marketing ourselves through social media, or that's through how our cars look on the track. And I think that's probably me giving you a prompt to ask me no more questions and do the reveal.
All right, put your feet up. Get a coffee.
Yeah, I don't really want you to lift your feet up yet on the sofa, because
Oh, he's not
of
done.
course we have I'm famous for having not so many words, not talk for hours and things like this. I'm quite short of the words when I'm talking. No, joke aside, it have been going in a lot of time into every single livery into this. Do we maybe have someone to thank and someone to maybe give a special highlight to?
Well, I was going to save that until after it was shown the videos, but I will do that now, and then I will have nothing to talk about after the video. But yeah, absolutely. I'm really happy with the liveries, how they've turned out. PT Spangles, yes, that is actually his name, has done a fantastic job on these. You cannot underestimate the amount of effort, amount of time that he's put into them, and the amount of effort and time that the management team have put into this as well. And I do genuinely hope that absolutely everyone feels as proud of the team for doing this as much as I do, and I hope that everyone feels honoured to race in these liveries.
Perfect. You know what? Should we just jump into the video, or maybe do you have something else you want to add in, Kirk?
Well, I think we could just get onto it, but just to say, as the guy, I know the guy who made the video is I asked someone that I race with in ACC as well, and he's been under a lot of pressure from me and the rest of admin to try and get something to really show what these are about. It's something that's great to really just highlight and bring the image and just build it up. Oh, I'm so excited! I just want to see the video now. But yeah, just a shout out to Mackenzie from Ingear Media who created the video for us, and maybe if we can all just go to his YouTube afterwards and just maybe give him a like or subscribe or something, just for as a bit of a thank you as well.
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you, Kirk. So, you know what? I want to hold the guys a little more on the bench. I want to hold them a little more. We have been online 19 minutes already and they haven't seen a single photo. I actually want to write a small thank you to the Turn1 who have been driving already in 2022. We have had some podiums already. For example, in this Exile Championship, what we have been driving, and we have had some other with the women that we will talk about later. And yeah, I just want to tell that I'm super excited by myself too on the future. And yeah, what should I say? Let's go. And yes, there we have them. What an amazing intro. What an amazing video. That is, I don't know. Wow. I still get the goosebumps just by looking on that amazing video. Wow, we're gonna look like superstars on the track. I'm really looking forward to use this livery in our endurance event together with our drivers. AJ, give us some words. What do you think?
Yeah, as I said before, I think these liveries are fantastic. They'll give us half a second a lap just with the enjoyment of racing with them. So if our guys don't improve by that half a second, they might have to be wearing a black livery instead of our official livery. Now, one of the things that we want to make sure that everyone is aware is that these liveries we're looking to these are the Turn1 official liveries now. It was important that we had them because it's important that we have a consistent brand, and we hope everyone's as excited as we are with these liveries. They are going to be mandatory for our team events. But every driver has the ability to wear their own livery in a solo event. But we hope that with these liveries, they'll feel honoured enough to wear our them in their solo events as well. I certainly will be wearing them from now on. I want to be representing and showing off Turn1 as a brand, and hopefully everyone else has that same happy vibe that I get from them.
Yeah.
And I've been told by Mr. Spangles that it's not 5 tenths, it's 6 tenths. You're right.
I have to say I hope it's even more. So let us jump directly in to the first car. Just give us a small second, then we jump in to the next one. Of course, we start with our new car. You can say with our new M4, also BMW M4 GT3 car. I have, so this will be, let us all close our eyes. Ta-da! We have it here nice in our ACC showroom. Yeah, it looks amazing in the showroom. And Kirk, come on, tell us what's the ideas a little behind this? I mean, look how aggressive it looks like.
I mean, just to go a bit back of what AJ was saying. I mean, this all kicked off initially because obviously we had some good colours before, but then there was seen it was becoming very popular colour schemes, and other people were kind of copying our colours, and it was being very difficult to identify our own cars if we had multiple cars in the same splits. Like it was so confusing. And then from that, like with the 1.8 update, we really wanted something that really said that we are Turn One. These are our colors. This is our brand, and it was great to try and as admin to come together and try and think something that was great for the whole team. And then, as AJ said, Peter came in and just did an amazing job. He absolutely blew these out the water and said, "These are the Turn One colors." And just from that, you can tell this is turn one. It just says everything that we need to, and I think yeah, they just look absolutely amazing. As soon as I saw them, I was grinning. Like that video, like you said, I've watched it so many times before I had to post it to you guys, and it was just wow, yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. This is just, what should we call it, a masterpiece? I mean, we still have four cars to look on. So I mean, if we start off so good, how good can it be? And I think that we directly change over to the next car by me actually asking a question to our famous team manager who wanna put his feet on the sofa. Uh-oh, no, not here today. We ask you stupid questions, and we will keep going to do that. So, AJ, just a small question when we are moving over to the next one. So, just bear with me. The next car is the McLaren. The McLaren is a quite important, say, an important car, but still it's a little, yeah, what should I say, not so much use from us here in, yeah, in ACC. I have a question for you, AJ. Is it important to have a good livery for a race team like, for example, us, Turn 1, who will use this especially for endurance events?
Absolutely. I mean, Kirk, captured it quite well. He said when he said that, we become recognizable, become distinct. People will look at our liveries and say, "Oh, that's turn one." Hopefully, they don't get to see the front of our liveries. They're only ever seeing the back of it unless we're lapping them. But absolutely, it was absolutely important that we, sorry, excuse me, we got this right. We got the right design. It followed our branding. Using the turn one natural branded colours. And again, I think these have come out really well. And despite the fact that the McLaren isn't used by that many of us in turn one, it is used by some, and it is an actually enjoyable car. And we do hope to see more of the drivers wanting to step in this one because for me, this is the best looking livery we've got. That McLaren, it looks beautiful. And again, Peter, you've done a sterling job there. Well done.
I think it's my favorite as well. Just to say.
Yeah, it. I mean, he's commenting here a little in the comments, and he's actually saying that he ran a little out of inspiration on this one. I have to disagree about that, to be honest, because to be honest, the car looks so angry. The car looks so amazing. Uh, I don't know what you can take it together with. If you put it an animal, I will say maybe a shark and a very aggressive animal. And yeah, can it be better than this? Can it be better than this? I mean, we have three cars to go, and yeah, it will be interesting to see. It will be interesting to yeah to see what other cars will do. The next one is different. The next point on the program is yeah, I take it here. Nobody can hear you guys in the background. AJ and Kirk, I took over. We will talk with another person, and bear with me. We will change to the next. What should I say? Next slideshow. Is that allowed? Next slideshow. Yeah, here it comes. Perfect. I'm back. I'm back on the web camera. And who do we have here? We have our project manager for our Valkyrie projects, Selene Witcher.
Hi, Oskar. How's everyone doing today?
I think so far everyone is enjoying our live stream. I hope everyone is enjoying it, and I hope everything works because I think it's put together in circa 2.5 hours. So I hope everything works fine. But they are enjoying it. It looks like they like the new liveries. We still have three cars to look on, and yeah, it
Yeah,
will be
and
interesting.
the first two already look amazing, and I know I got a little bit of an advanced peek, spoiler alert, but so far super impressed with what I'm seeing.
Perfect. So it is a reason why I want to talk with you, Celine, because Valkyrie is a special project for us, in my eyes. It's maybe getting more and more popular with other teams, but for Turn 1, it's especially very important. The Valkyrie program is new to Turn 1. What is it? Can you tell us a little more about it? Because I think it's many people who don't really know and understand what it is.
So the Valkyrie program was kind of a pet project that I'd had in Turn 1 for a while. It just hadn't had a name and really had a course just yet. Obviously, going just a little bit back into the history, um, when I really started sim racing in in online leagues and breaking away from your typical F1 insert year career mode and things like that, or your typical Gran Turismo type stuff. I was racing in more female racers season 2, and one of the headline pairings was actually one Oskar Sandberg and Charlie Martin. So shortly after that, I joined Turn 1 after a little bit of persuasion from Oskar, and um, there's been women participating in Turn 1 for a while, but it didn't have a real name. It didn't really have an identity. So what I wanted to do was make that into something a little more tangible. And the parallel we often draw is if anyone's familiar with the Iron Dames car, a little bit of background from that is the Iron Lynx racing team was famous for winning the 24 Hours of Spa last year. Their program, obviously, they have their respective endurance cars in both GT World Challenge Europe and WEC, and the Iron Dames is their women's driver development car and driver development team, or their female driver development arm, doing both open wheel and endurance racing. So we wanted to draw a similar parallel to that in that we were going to focus from the ground up on female driver development and not simply try and wait for a female sim racer to go out and make a giant splash. and hope that we can nab them or recruit them, but instead grow those talents. So we're still very much at the ground floor right now. But for any female sim racers out there or non-binary, not identifying as male sim racers, and you are looking to get started and be on the ground floor of an operation like that, please look us up.
So a little commercial, hidden commercial inside there. That's good. We always like that. So, uh, to be honest, Celine, I think we just jump into the next car, our Aston, and then I ask you some more questions. Is that okay for you?
Sure.
Perfect. So bear with me, guys. Bear with me. We take a look at the next car, and that's the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is one of, I will say, our underdog cars. Yeah, we have a lot of people who want to drive it. They maybe think it's a little, yeah, little out of the box car, or maybe also inside the box car. It's very, what should I say, very easy, very stable to drive. And what should I say, Celine, is this maybe a future Valkyrie car?
That's certainly a possibility. I don't want to take any particular car off the table. The the important thing is to find one that everyone is comfortable with, especially in the case of with obviously the new 1.8 patch, things have changed. We've got the new tire compound, and also the Aston's just kind of everyone knows is it just being a rock solid, easy to drive car. So I. As much as I'm really enjoying the new M4, there's no discounting the Aston. You know, everyone says, "Oh, it's vanilla," but you know, what's the safest and best selling flavor of the ice cream? Vanilla.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I mean, the Aston Martin has showed some amazing pace around the track. For example, like Spa, for example, it's one of the fastest car. We have some other tracks too, where it's I will not say OP, but maybe it is just too stable, too good, and that maybe makes one of the cars where we, for example, yeah, what should I say? We recommend to our new drivers and maybe to the drivers who don't have too much time inside ACC and maybe also inside sim racing. That means Aston is maybe, yeah, one of the easier car to get around, but at the same time maybe one of the, what should I say, most of the difficult cars to actually make a hot lap in, like on your pace, on the best lap is maybe one of the more difficult cars. So yeah, it is of course an interesting car. It's one of our five cars that we present today, and it's one of our five cars on our list. That means, of course, this is for our team, for our community, free of choice to choose in whatever race we are doing. For the Valkyries, Celine, is uh, is a team livery important or say not so important? I mean, we don't really have any, say, female color, girl colors, or I'm maybe not allowed to say that, but yeah, we don't have really. It's maybe a little masculine design compared to the Valkyrie team project.
Well, one thing I would say is, at least as far as the having a team livery and what that means for the Valkyries project, is we need to be identifiable, and but we also need to do need to have our own unique identity. So that's the reason why we also came up with an X or a separate logo for the Valkyries program, and that's part of the reason why, even though it's kind of the black and orange, as you said, does have a certain um, show. I'm kind of hesitant to say masculine quality, but it is just kind of the turn one base colors at the moment. But if I can draw that Iron Lynx and Iron Dames comparison again, if you look at the cars themselves, at least in their GT3 program, they the liveries are very much identical. The guys run the black and yellow or the black and white car, and much the same as Turn One just happens to have the black and the vibrant orange. One of the easiest things to do, at least for to get the Valkyries to stand out, is be known, first of all, as being a part of Turn One. We have the separate logo, and also we have an absolutely amazing artist with PD Spangles, and we can just as easily do a potential color shift if we decide to do that to maybe make the Valkyrie's car stand out a little bit more. But all that being said, it's there's something to be said for team cohesion as well, and with when you see the turn one in your mirrors, if you also happen to see the Valkyrie wings on, whether it be on the hood or if if we're coming up to lap you, or if you just slowly see those wings flying off into the distance, you're going to know that it's a Valkyrie's car, whether it's got the bright pink that you might expect from a lot of the female entries or the anime characters, but at the same time, um, the team identity is the team identity. If you've been beat by turn one, you're going to know it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we, to be honest, I want to jump over to the next car because that is, to be honest, my personal favorite livery for the evening. We will jump over to the next one. That is the AMG, and yeah, bear with me. We jump over to see the next car, and Celine, please stay with us. The AMG, wow, what a fantastic car that is. But also one of the, what should I say, one of the most difficult cars we have. This is, what should I say? Yeah, this is a tricky one because nobody have really say really the good experience with this car yet. We have some shots, we have some talents that have tried to make it work, and still it's a mystery. Kirk, you have been driving this car for more races actually. What do you think about delivery on this car?
Oh, I mean, I didn't think the AMG could look any better, but then Mr. Peter Spangles did his magic, and he's actually turned a 10 out of 10 car or 11 out of 10 car. So yeah, thumbs up again for that. I think it looks absolutely mega now, and it actually looks incredible, particularly at Imola when it's bouncing over the curbs and stuff like that, and you can see just the car coming towards you and the replays and stuff. Like, it just looks amazing from absolutely every angle. And as you said, like, it can be a very tricky car sometimes because it has so much torque. But I mean, I actually drove this a bit in the wet as well as a bit of extra promo footage. But I mean, going sideways in the wet never looks so good, I've just got to say.
Yeah, sideways you can say this car is one of the better ones in. I wanna I wanna take it a little back to you, Celine. I don't want you to leave us yet, of course. In the recent time, I think more people maybe have seen it already. We have got some new talents, and especially talented women's or women's is maybe the name to join the Turn One and the Valkyrie projects. Is it something you think about, and maybe something you wanna share with us? What's the secret? Why are they coming to us? And is the Valkyrie team maybe so attractive at the moment? And Turn One can make a say this base of community, is that attractive for also the female drivers?
Well, as I was mentioning earlier, I think a lot of the reasons why the Turn One Valkyrie program is pretty attractive compared to some of the other places is that there's already some pre-existing female drivers here. Obviously, when I joined, Charlie Martin was already here, and I know one of my teammates through the aforementioned Diamond Drive series, Etta Ranksetter, was already here when I joined. but we also have some of the names you might have seen before in our cars. Nedley Lee, Season 2 Pro-Am champion from More Female Racers, Jenny Kamugli, and obviously Twitch streamer, influencer, and real-life rally racer Verena May have all been part of Turn 1 for quite some time. But now that we have the actual Valkyrie program becoming a thing and really starting in that kind of that ground floor, it's managed to generate some excitement because, you know, it's not necessarily the big esports name yet. There's not that baggage and pressure of you have to come in here and you have to perform. Instead, it's about growth and having fun and developing your talents. So that's why, as of late, we've managed to attract a really talented driver, coach, and set up artist extraordinaire or engineered, as I sometimes call him. Nicole Umberger has joined the team, as well as from More Female Racers in the past couple of seasons. We have Beata Bohenska has joined us, along with uh, yeah, rookie extraordinaire Jessica Pelletier from the most recent season of More Female Racers, actually having an incredible start in a first season, going straight into silver, completely bypassing the AM and Pro-Am class. And then lastly, as we mentioned, our diversification into iRacing. We've got Twitch streamer, content creator, and just amazing talent joining recently in Violet Alexandria Miller, who's who I'm very much looking forward to working with when she's ready to make her return to ACC, but also to help diversify the team out into iRacing and letting her have a chance to really spread those Valkyrie wings, as it were, and hopefully she'll feel comfortable doing a little bit of leadership there as well, and being a big part of the team.
Yeah, as you're saying here, the iRacing project is on its way, and of course we have been starting with some, and why don't start with a boom? Yeah, we do two cars, one LMP car and one GT3 car directly in the 24 hours of Daytona. That will be quite exciting. AJ, will you have a look on the iRacing stream when you see our cars? I think I will actually maybe look extra because we have our very nice colors. At least we don't have special iRacing liveries yet, maybe, but at least we have a team, or we have actually two teams who will be in, and I'm really looking forward to see how they will fight in the USA at Daytona.
Absolutely, I'll be watching that with a close eye, and supporting the teams all the way. You know, for us, as Selene said, it was important for us to diversify, and it's a great start. It's a big start. It's a huge step going straight into a 24-hour race. But a lot of our drivers have experience of that. Some of them have, you know, I mentioned the wins we have in the 24 hours of Silverstone. Some of our racers have raced in that. We do have one driver that's racing in it that we have to keep a keen eye on because he has a penchant for coffee. But you know, overall, I think the team will, you know who you are. I think the team will do well using the experience that they have of existing 24-hour races, even though you know the platform is relatively new to some of them, and they're grinding away to get their sorry, the SA to be able to participate in that, and I wish them the very best of luck.
Perfect, very good. I will mute you guys, and I will actually now introduce our legend car. And I will actually take you guys again. Somebody commented on it that it was a little sandbagging. And yeah, maybe I like it, you know. I keep you a little on. What is the next car? Yeah, of course it is the Bentley. The Bentley GT3 car. Why do I say it's a legend car? Yeah, of course it is because Turn 1 started out as a full Bentley car. Me and Willem, when we started, we did not do anything else than Bentley. I think I started to drive a different car this year. I tried the BMW. I had some personal issues and saying, okay, you know what, I go the switch. I try now to focus on different cars. But yeah, still, the Bentley is laying nearby the heart of Turn 1. Turn 1 will always be, say, a Bentley team. It will always be a part of our history, the start of Turn 1. And you know what? We made a livery for it. In my eyes, one of the most perfect ones, one of the most, say, nicest liveries you can have on a Bentley. So bear with me, and yeah, let's go to the next one. The Bentley GT3. That is, what should I say? Wow, it's an amazing, amazing livery. And yeah, what should I say? This cannot be done better. PT have done an amazing job with it. And when I switch the camera now, we will definitely see some details that maybe we cannot see. We cannot, yeah, what should I say? Yeah, that we will see a little easier, a little better. And to be honest, when it comes to, yeah, when it comes to showing aggressivity in the car, I will say the McLaren is the one who shows most aggressiveness. But yeah, the Bentley, I have to say, it's really one of the favorite where this livery fits 100% on. Kirk, do you like it?
I absolutely love it. I mean, like you say, just as the natural looks of the McLaren, that looks really aggressive. Whereas the Bentley, it's more known for sitting back nice and eloquently with a champagne glass in the back seat when still doing 150 mile an hour and plus. But yeah, as you said, Pete, you did an amazing job with this as well. And it is so iconic for Turn 1 because I actually remember when I first raced in a public lobby with you and Wilhelm. You were both in the Bentley, and I joined with the Union Jack livery, and I saw Wilhelm with the same. I was like, what? Someone stole my livery. Like I never came across anybody else with that livery, and then that's what got us chatting. So yeah, it's like you say, it's almost like fish and chips. They just go together. Um, but as you said as well, the lines of this car, it's so difficult to get a good livery to suit it. But Pete has matched the lines and the shape of the car just perfectly, I think. So yeah, what more can you say? It's great. I mean, I too will still continue to use the Bentley, just because this livery now exists.
Yeah, my biggest problem, to be honest, is now when I choose to drive on the left side, the Bentley is on the right side. I try to actually learn to drive on the left side in these cars, but still, to be honest, my heart lays still at the Bentley. The amazing sound, just to see how wide it is and how, yeah, it's when you see a Bentley on the street, you don't really think, oh, this could be a fast race car. No, you see luxury. It's just the car when it comes to luxury. And here they just have done it opposite. They say, no, no, this is GT3 racing. Wide, flaps, aerodynamic. The car is long, the car is wide, like I'm saying, and high speed tracks. And this one, yeah, that's 1-to-1. I mean, you cannot get a better car when it comes to, for example, endurance racing. And you know what? This is the car we actually had our first success with. This is the history of Turn 1, and this is actually the achievements of Turn 1 from day one. And that's why for us it is this type of legend car. And yeah, this cannot be better. And I think maybe Celine can comment on this one because we had a requirement when Celine wanted to join us in Turn 1.
Yeah, I remember starting off in the beginning, and my first car was actually the Lexus, and it was just primarily because I was getting into this ACC, and it's like, okay, well, I'm new. What's the easy beginner car? And that was my first car for quite a number of months. But then as soon as I joined Turn One, it was kind of like, here's the Bentley, now get started. And it's like, I'm more comfortable in the, and it was just before I could even finish the sentence, Oscar's like, no, you're driving the Bentley. So into the land yacht straight away, and it uh, actually suited uh, suited me surprisingly well, actually. So seeing the car with the Turn One, the new Turn One colors and whatnot, it's kind of uh, I don't know. It's tempted to go land yachting once again in the Bentley, and it's kind of a shame that they pulled out of or dropped the GT3 program, because if they retooled it and updated it with whether it be 2020, 2021 version, or an Evo model of some kinds, um, I think it would still be very popular, as it's still a very beautiful car, beautiful frame, and as you said, makes an amazing noise. But uh, yeah, even though we've gone, at least I've gone with the new car, I'm gonna miss the old gal.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's I hopefully in the future maybe they take a step back again into the GT3 racing. I mean, could this maybe be a car what you could recommend to your Valkyrie drivers as a say if you have new drivers coming in who maybe are not so familiar with sim racing, with ACC? Will this maybe be a car where you say, you know what, this was the car I started with. This is the car you guys should start with because of this, that it's a little longer, it's not so aggressive, and yeah, you have the engine in the front, you have the gearbox over the rear tires. It's a very good balance of the car. Yeah, and just what should I say? Is this maybe something to recommend to your new Valkyrie drivers?
It's definitely one of the better starting points. Both the more well-known British cars, the Aston Martin and the Bentley, are just two very solid platforms, and the one I learned the most about ACC was in the Bentley, so um, I think it still very much retains its beginner-friendly kind of reputation, as it were. I know that some people were falling a little bit out of favor with it, because it's a little tougher to drive in the rain, especially as it's got an older style traction control system. But it's definitely one of the more solid platforms. It's still really quick, and especially if you are used to right-hand drive and you're coming into sim racing, it's a lot easier to get over um, that initial learning curve, because everything kind of stays where it is. Um, I know that that's kind of the criticism of the Bentley for a lot of, say, North American racers like myself, but it's not that hard once you spend enough time in the car. But for those in Asia and other right-hand drive markets, if you're coming in brand new and want to kind of make that step as easy as possible, the Bentley is definitely one of the better ways to do it.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm totally agree. I will use this chance, Celine, to thank you and to say good night. For you, it's just midday or maybe later in the evening, but I think everyone is have understood the point with our very exciting Valkyrie project. I'm very happy and I'm thank you a lot that you could be here with us today on this amazing evening. And yeah, thank you, Celine. And I hope we will have what should I say? I hope we will develop in the right direction also in the future with the Valkyrie project.
Good night, guys. Thanks very much for having me on.
So we will now, yeah, what should I say? We will now we are going on the way to end the stream. But first, I forgot to touch the button. Perfect. That's how it is when you do it the first time. We still have our team manager AJ here, and also Kirk. And AJ, now we have seen all the cars. Tell us, give us 30 seconds. Give us 30 seconds what you are thinking about the combinations of cars. What is your favorite best car, best livery combination?
Well, I think it's fair to say that I think the best looking livery is the Maca. I've said that already, but for me, a lot of drivers are sort of gravitating towards the M4. I'm sticking with the Bentley for now. In the Exiled Endurance Championship on Tuesday, Dan Watkins and I, we love it. We're British. I'm pseudo British, but loving that car, and we want to be racing in that wonderful livery that Pete did for us. He has done a special version for me, which I can't show on stream, but it is fun, and what I'm looking forward to most is getting on that grid on Tuesday night and seeing I think it's 11 or 12 of our cars fighting it out with that livery and dominating. So again, want to just thank PT for that effort. Thank in-game for the video. Thank Oskar for the production. Not thank him for the hard, or him or Kurt for the hard questions that they asked me, putting me on the spot, giving me no time to prepare. But most importantly, want to thank everyone in Turn 1 for their continued support of the team, and hopefully you will continue to take us forward in the positive direction that we're moving. Well done all.
Ah, perfect. Thank you, AJ. I think we also say goodnight to you. Have a nice evening, and of course, we see us on track already. You can say already in the near future. Kirk, then it's just you and me here, and
That's it.
yeah, give us a last shot. What do you think? What does it really mean? What does it really mean to have so amazing liveries for a racing team? I know we have been speaking with AJ about it. We are speaking with the Valkyrie team project manager, and yeah, tell us a little more from the personal view, because I mean you're working a lot with the social media for us and helping us a lot, but what is it? What does it mean for you as a driver for Turn 1? For personal, like say a personal statement. Does it mean something more maybe when you have a team livery, or is it more like, what should I say? Is it not so important?
No, it definitely is a whole game changer. It make just seeing it and just being able to be in it and watch it back on the replay and stuff and seeing the livery like that. It really like for me, for example, when it was me and yourself and we entered in the MSL Cayman Cup, I know, and we had some proper like Turn 1 liveries done for us, especially. I never felt so much as being involved in a team, and that really gave me like a good like professional kind of looking team feeling and being involved and included and part of the Turn 1 name, um, and it was surreal, before it was just like, yeah, okay, we've got some paints, we race together, but that for me, that really gave me the first kind of so I suppose you'd say starstruck kind of moment, because it was just like, wow, I'm racing with all these people, but here's our cars. So being able to do that properly now with Turn 1 with our own kind of individual stamp, and that I really wanted something that looked like this. That came and gave me the inspiration to try and push for something that was ours. And as that, it really makes you feel more connected with the people that you race with and you're in the cars with. Um, and the people that we just sit in the lobbies with and laugh and chat and all, it brings us together really on track, and off track as well. So just having that, and being able to recognize them a lot more easier in different races and stuff, when we're together as teams, it brings me a lot of happiness to see it, and pride, and being able to help everyone in turn one as best as I can, and I put so much time in, and try and be active here to the point where it's almost become a part-time job. But I don't get paid for it. But I don't care. I don't do it for the money or the love, whatever. It's I do it for the love, obviously. Is what I meant. But yeah, it's great. It's almost a sense of euphoria, when you have success. With like when I was part of the Silverstone team for the Halloween special that we had earlier that AJ mentioned, like being part of that winning team, it just brought so much great connection and positivity and just made you feel great, really. Like it's strange how you can connect to people over the internet so closely, even though you're so far apart, you know?
Wow, a little love story there, Kirk. That's nice. Thank you for that. It means a lot, of course, for me, and of course also for Wilhelm and AJ and all of us here in the management to actually have people who love to be online in our community, because in the end that is what we are doing. That is what we are doing here. We are doing something we like. We are doing something we love. If we prepare for something, or if we are actually driving a race, or maybe we do a big series, big championship, the main point, the main focus of turn one is that everyone should feel welcome. Everyone should feel the love. Everyone should feel, wow, here I can be myself. Here I can, yeah, if I'm special, I know I'm quite special, but in
I'm
turn
even more
one,
special.
we have a lot of special people, I have to say that. But yeah, inside turn one, we can be ourselves, and that is so extremely important. And I'm so happy, I'm almost crying here, that, yeah, just to think about it, how much incredible people we have in our community, and how much incredible times we had, will have, and we have right now. Look at this amazing liveries we have got, and yeah, when will be the first time we use them? I know we have an endurance race on Tuesday. We will then drive the Exiled Enduro Championship, and wow, I'm really looking forward to see videos, screenshots, and all these things from our new beautiful cars. Kirk, I am ready to say goodnight to you. I know
Just
for
to add,
you. Oh,
yeah, I was just gonna add just so that our drivers know, because obviously they're really itching to get their hands on them. So we're gonna try and get them out as soon as we can, possibly over the weekend, and get them ready to a format so you can all just download them, and put your own little sponsored touches or anything you need for Exiled or any other team events. So they should be good in time and good to go, hopefully.
yes, that is true. So, guys, you know what? We run off this stream with yeah. I say goodbye. We say goodbye to Kirk. We say goodbye from us here at the management of Turn One. It was a pleasure this evening. Please, whatever, if you don't like, if you don't subscribe, please of course do it. And yeah, you know what? We end the stream, and good night, everyone. We see us on track, and I will see you guys in the rear mirror.